Okay, I'm kind of doing something new today. It involves my ruin stones that I made and earth, fire, wind, air. I'm going to do 4 readings today and all element readings with a ruin picked in the beginning. So, we'll do fire first. Fire, fire, bun, fire. What is the ruin for fire today? Oh. Okay. Maybe love. Strength, courage, potential. Travel, rhythm, spontaneity. Communication, understanding, inspiration. Okay. So we got ruins 2, ruin 5, and ruin numero 4. So, mind my hair. It's my dirty, I just woke up hair. Okay. Strength, communication, understanding, travel, rhythm. Well, strength. There's Leo right there. So there might be a potential here for travel. Somebody might be inspired to travel after some communication, and rhythmically, it just, sometimes when you do things spontaneously, you only have that second to do it. And I've often noticed it driving, especially when I was a delivery driver. You've got that 1 second to make that left turn before those cars are going to be there and they're going to hit you. If you don't take that spontaneous, you can't think about it. It's one of those things, you can't think about it. And I know I scare my sister. I scare the shit out of her all the time when I take those kind of turns, because I know that I've got that second or two to do it, right? She doesn't know that I'm pre-planning my moves all the time, right? So sometimes it could be a little, like, sometimes spontaneous things can be a little out there, and they can be very loud, okay? But there's some type of strength and freedom finding the understanding and the inspiration to spontaneously travel or to spontaneously open up the lines of communication, because courage has now stepped in. Right? As long as you have what it takes to do it, as long as you have the confidence, then delivery should be fine. Delivery should be flawless. So, let's see what tarot says about that message. I did get the message because I saw the friends card. You might spontaneously decide to go visit a friend or a family member. Strength again. I told you, this is a fucking lie. This is a fire reading. Okay, and then we got the Son of Swords. So that might be the spontaneous part of the communication that comes in. Okay, and then the Three of Pentacles. That's the crew going up the mountain. And finding strength to go and do something that's way bigger than you. You know, maybe you got some moves you want to make, and it's hard to find the rhythm to do it. You know, it's hard to find the spontaneity to go and do it. But if you've got friends in high places, go and see them. Because that could be the opening of a door. You know, you might want to move, or you might want to expand something, and you don't know the surrounding area. You've never been outside of where you live now, right? Or around. So you might want to be going. You may, and it's funny that I saw the Three of Cups right as I was shuffling to get the Three of Pentacles. It's almost kind of the same thing, because the Three of Pentacles is a crew working on something, right? There's always the what they would call the architect. Then there's the carpenter that's actually doing it. And then there's always a third one. You know, probably spot checking the other one, make sure he doesn't fall off a ladder. You know, you always need that third person just to be that extra set of eyes. I knew I dropped another card. Mother of Cups. There could be a mother involved with this. You could be going to see a mother or a woman that you love. You know, a woman friend that you love. You could be going to do that. Last card, the Fool. I told you, something's got to come out from this. Like, now the Fool. And the Fool, look at how cute this card is. Okay? So you got to think about that little tiny duckling that's about to make that first step. He has no, or she has no idea if they are even going to be able to fly. But they have to try because it's in their path. It's in their destiny. They have to take that first jump. But it's about this communication first, though. Something has to open up the lines of the communication. So then you can understand the inspiration behind it. Getting the inspiration first to travel somewhere or to go and see somebody, you know, like you have to want to, right? And I feel like you could get a call, you could get some word that somebody wants to see you, or this might take a lot of courage to do this move, which is why the Strength is here with the Fool. This is going to be a hard step for somebody to do. I understand why you might want to add some friends in there. You know? You might want to go with somebody. I mean, you don't have to travel by yourself. Bring somebody with you. Bring a friend with you. Bring somebody that you trust with you. Bring somebody that you love with you, so then you're not alone. You know, like, majority of things I do, I did a lot of things for a lot of years on my own. And I constantly was by myself. And then I realized how dangerous that was, because then I was getting put into really awkward situations. Like this one time down at the beach, it was right beside this mental hospital. And I mean, the mental hospital, it's a mental hospital and a mental prison. There's a prison there as well. And I mean, it's locked up, it's gated. They can't go anywhere, right? And then I was sitting and smoking this joint, watching the tide come in, and something was like, look behind you. Like, somebody's coming up behind you. And it scared the shit out of me, for one, to even hear that voice. Because this was a few years ago. I didn't really know my voice was so loud, right? Inside me. And I kind of brushed it off for a few seconds. And then I started getting really creeped out. Because there was this other girl on the beach down the way. So I knew I wasn't alone. So I wasn't scared. But I knew there was a path behind me. So I'm like, you know what? I got up. And I walked towards the beach instead of turning around, right? So I just walked towards the beach, and then I kind of, you know, swayed back and forth and then turned around. And sure enough, there was a man back there. And I mean, he was probably like 30s or 40s. He had this, he looked disgusting. He, for one, looked creepy as fuck. And he was coming up behind me. He was just moving really slow, because where I was sitting was like on the cusp of like woods, right? So any move that you make, you would hear, you know, twigs breaking and leaves rattling. Like, I would have heard him if he had come up behind me really fast. And the thing was, I used to listen to headphones all the time. Anywhere that I was, I had my headphones in. And then suddenly I was like, I got to take the headphones off, because I can't hear anything around me. I have no defense whatsoever on what's going on around me. And when I heard that and I turned around, I never wore headphones again. It was one of those things. I think my headphones were even on my lap. I think I was only like almost listening to my phone just playing, with no sound, right? Anyways, I don't know why that story just came out of it. But oh yeah, not traveling anywhere by yourself anymore. Because things like that happen and you just if you had somebody else with you, it wouldn't be as scary. If you had somebody else with you, you've got somebody to watch your back for you, right? Because if you're gonna go and make moves and it's a tough move to make because you have to gain a lot of that courage and strength to do this, I think you'll be amazed at the result, to be honest. Because we don't know what's going to happen when you jump off. And I don't really want to know what happens when you jump off because some of us are going to fly, some of us are going to fail. But when you fail, it just means that you try something else. Or you keep trying, or you. Anyways, fire. I hope this helps. Thank you. See ya.